Hey everybody, it's Benny One, and I'm back at you with a movie review, everyone. And I went and saw Lightyear, everybody. Disney and Pixar's newest animated feature that is based off the Toy Story franchise, everybody. So, the premises and the general story about Lightyear is like when the movie opens, is it says in 1995, Andy went to see a movie and it made him want a Buzz Lightyear action figure. And this movie that they have made is that said movie that Andy went and watched in the movie theater to make him really want a Buzz Lightyear action figure, everybody. That's the general idea behind this movie. So this is directed by Angus McLean is his name, and he's actually been involved with the Toy Story franchise ever since it started. I'm pretty sure he was one of the main designers, like an art designer for a lot of the movies. I think he's been a producer on some of the movies. I may be wrong about that, but yes, he's been very involved with this franchise and the character of Buzz Lightyear actually specifically. So, naturally, he's actually a pretty good pick to direct this standalone Buzz Lightyear movie that made Andy fall in love with this character and want this badass action figure right here. And he's a great action figure. Buzz Lightyear, everybody. And of course, Chris Evans was cast to do the voice for Buzz in Lightyear, everybody. And you know what? I think Chris is pretty natural at doing this whole voice acting thing in an animated movie. I think he just, you couldn't even really tell that he had never done this before. He did a really good job, and he didn't try to mimic and copy Tim Allen's Buzz Lightyear from the Toy Story movies. You can tell that he's trying to speak like him, but he brings his own thing to it. And I will say that I couldn't get out of my head. I felt like I was watching an animated movie with Captain America mixed with Buzz Lightyear. But when you have somebody that plays a character as Chris Evans played Captain America for over, a little over 10 years, it's impossible to get that out of your head. So, but it didn't detract me or take away from his performance as this like live action movie interpretation of this character that the toy is based on. I thought he did a fantastic job. Taika Waititi plays Mo Morrison. He was great. I mean, it's basically Taika Waititi as a space ranger. He doesn't really do anything different than what he really does in movies that he's in, but he's great. I think him and Peter Son that plays Socks, the robotic cat that's with Buzz, they kind of steal the movie a lot when they're on the screen together. Well, they're not really on the screen together a lot, but even the scenes that they're in by themselves with other characters, totally still in the scene for sure. Socks is hilarious. And at first, a lot of people were thinking that this Socks character, this robotic cat, was going to be this annoying side character. Nah, not the case. Fantastic character for sure. So, and then Kiki Palmer plays Izzy Hawthorne. Uzo Aduba, I think is how you say her name. She plays Alicia Hawthorne. She's from Orange is the New Black, the girl prison show on Netflix. And then we got James Brolin playing Zurg, everybody, the big bad villain, everyone, and I will get to him. So yes, this is the live action movie that Andy went to go see to make him fall in love with this toy, Buzz Lightyear, everyone. And you know what? It's a Pixar movie. It's a Disney Pixar movie. It looks fantastic. Like the art and the CG and everything, the colors and everything. I mean, all the way down to like the hair, the texture on the different people's hair, with their ethnic backgrounds and stuff, like, is probably some of the best looking shit I have ever seen in a freaking CGI animated movie. Like, this movie is beautiful. That's one thing you can always count on with Disney and Pixar is as their movies keep churning out, they're beautiful movies, the landscape, everything. And like I said, the colors pop. Most definitely, an IMAX movie. This movie is made for an IMAX viewing. Beautiful. And of course, it has the emotional stuff that Pixar always deals out in their movies. There are times where you might get a little teary-eyed with what's going on with the story and the emotional side of stuff. And of course, there's messages in this movie. There's messages about the, gay stuff and all that, and there's just life lesson messages in Pixar movies. And I will say they kind of treaded a little lightly with them and when getting them across. It is a kids movie, so I actually do kind of appreciate that. Like, I don't think we should be force feeding that kind of stuff to young kids at a younger age like that. So I like that it was kind of a light tread of that kind of stuff, but like a Pixar movie, they have the emotion stuff in there. And we get a cool, it's Buzz Lightyear in the Pixar Disney universe mixed with sci-fi. And that's what this is. This is a action animated sci-fi adventure movie that has time travel thrown in it too on top. So right there, we got some Toy Story stuff. We got all sorts of sci-fi stuff and time travel. Sign me up, baby. That's all I have to say. Everything I'm interested in, because I've loved Toy Story since it came out. I was 7 when the first movie came out, and I loved all 4 movies. And I really think this movie was very entertaining. The sci-fi shit that it borrows from, because it borrows things from Star Wars, Star Trek. Even a little bit of Interstellar is thrown in there. That's right, the Christopher Nolan movie. There's some vibes from Interstellar even thrown in there. Most definitely Star Trek and Star Wars, though, for sure. Most definitely. There were scenes in this movie that I was like, oh, that was literally taken right out of a Star Wars or a Star Trek movie. Fantastic stuff. So you have all that stuff. And then you have these emotional arcs with these characters. And it's just, it's an entertaining movie just overall. I think it's pretty entertaining. Now, was it probably the Buzz Lightyear story that I think most people thought we were going to get? I don't necessarily think so, because it does kind of seem in a way like there maybe was a movie that happened before this, because Buzz has kind of already been in his career as a space ranger in this movie, and it kind of seems like there should have been another movie that really just showed him being this space ranger, this cool space ranger that's fighting the bad guy Zurg in his prime, all this kind of stuff. It kind of feels like there should have been a movie in front of this, but the story they told was interesting and it was heartfelt. Had lots of cool action, sci-fi stuff. But I just can see where, I guess it doesn't totally make sense why this specific movie would make Andy go nuts and want a Buzz Lightyear toy. I feel like there should have been more of an action-focused origin story for Buzz Lightyear to make him be like, oh my god, I want that toy, Mom. Give me a Buzz Lightyear toy. I don't know. That's one thing. And then Zurg, the villain, very underdeveloped. Very underdeveloped. You get to the point towards the end of the movie where they start really shoving him in your face and just all of a sudden explaining a bunch of shit that's going on, and it just happens so fast and just super underdeveloped part of the movie. So that's most definitely, I would say, the weakest thing about the movie is the villain aspect. Zurg looked cool. He actually had legs and he was really big. He was a monstrosity compared to what he looks like as a toy in the Toy Story movies, which is another thing that I don't quite understand. Is the Buzz Lightyear action figure I get. He looks like a cartoon version of this live action Chris Evans version of Buzz Lightyear, where the Zurg that's in Lightyear doesn't, the action figure that's in the Toy Story movies, he's got a goddamn skirt thing and he rolls. That's not in the Lightyear movie, so I'm not quite sure where that all came from. I get why they made him look the way he did, because he looks more menacing and badass and cool looking compared to what the toy looked like, but he was cool. And the fight stuff between him and Buzz, it was great. Overall, I just found it to be a pretty damn good, entertaining Toy Story-esque sci-fi movie about Buzz Lightyear like I did. I thought the voice acting cast was great. Like I said, Socks and Mo Morrison they steal the scenes that they're in easily. And Chris Evans, I thought, did a pretty good job playing Lightyear, like playing Buzz. Like I thought he did a good job because everybody knows Buzz Lightyear as Tim Allen, man. Like everybody knows him as Tim Allen. So I thought Chris Evans came in, didn't try and replicate anything. He put his own spin on it. And I thought if you're a sci-fi fan and you love Toy Story, I really don't see how you could not enjoy and have fun with this movie. And most definitely, if you go watch this, watch it in IMAX because it is beautiful. So I'm going to give Lightyear a freaking 8 out of 10, everybody. I thought it was a good, just great, solid new Disney Pixar animated movie. And of course, there's 3 end credit scenes. 2 of them are just little jokey things. And then the third one is kind of a little tease about something that maybe, if we get another movie. So who knows, everybody. So an 8 out of 10, everybody, for Lightyear. I hope you guys enjoyed that review. I thank you for watching. And be catching you on the tube later because I have spoken.